3. Chapter 3. Now, we're talking about this church. What did it look like in the New Testament? Chapter 3, verse 1 says, Now Peter and John went up together into the temple at the hour of prayer, being what? The 9th hour. Where were they going? To the temple. Now, here's a history. When the church was formed on the day of Pentecost, they didn't have any church buildings. Okay? There was no church buildings. So they continued to use the temple. Why? Because they were Jews too. Okay? So they continued to use the temple. And this is why Peter and John is going to the temple and not the church. There was no church buildings. So they continued to use the temple as their building. Okay? They were Messianic Jews. the first ones. And so they would go to the temple to pray every prayer hour of the day. This goes back to where I tell you. They were going to church daily. Why? Because prayers were housed and handled daily. So here they're going to the church building. Okay? And they're receiving from the church building. Or from the temple, as it were. Again, no church building. Church building didn't start coming until around AD 35. But the temples were being used at the time. What was the organization of the temple? Of course, you had your priests, you had your Solomon's porch, you had your portico, you had all of these different areas of the temple that was being used as a result of that. Okay? Now, when people are talking about the organized religion, this is what they're really saying. Is they don't want to be a part of anything that has rules and regulations that they have to live by. And I can somewhat understand it. I can understand people don't want... See, we live in a society, especially here in the Western Hemisphere. We live in a society that we like our independence. We like our freedom. That's why we have, the liberty, and we have the Bill of Rights. And we really like our independence. We don't really want people telling us what to do. We don't really want that kind of accountability. Okay? We want to be able to move in and move out as we please. Without a whole lot of you got to do this and you got to do that. And that's understandable. You can appreciate that. But it's not legitimate. Because when you look at the early church, there was accountability.
That's right.
There was accountability. When you look at how God organized the escape from Exodus, what, you think you're going to get 1 million people moving in the same direction without organization?
Amen. Amen. Yes.
First of all, how are you going to feed them?
Amen.
Who's responsible for feeding them? Where they get the food from? How often do you got to feed them?
Yes.
How many people is going to take to feed them?
That's right.
I just want you to think about it. When you think about moving masses of people, you can't move masses of people without having some kind of organizational structure.
Yes. Amen.
Listen, we don't have masses of people. We just have y'all. And we got to have some organization, or y'all going to drive us crazy.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord.
Huh? So, look at it this way. Organization, and everything that you see in the book of Acts, it comes from organization. Organized religion.
Amen.
Okay? Now, I would venture to say that everyone in this room that has given their life to Jesus gave their life to Jesus probably in a church or church type of setting. Some of you may have done it at your mama's bed or whatever. But let me just ask, how many people gave their life to Christ in a church type of setting? Raise your hand. Okay, look around. That's the majority of the people. Well, what if that church was not an organized church? What would you be today? Still wondering about Jesus? So, I understand the whole concept of organized religion and why you don't like it. But the truth about organized religion is there's nothing moves. There's nothing moves through the things of God without organized.
Yes.
Do they have some goods and bad? Of course. Is there rules? Of course. Think of it like this. Let's say you decided you wanted to go and join a bowling team. Now you don't have to join a bowling team. You can go bowl as much as you want, as often as you want by yourself or with your friends. You don't have to join a bowling team. But if you choose to join a team, and the team says, well, we pay monthly dues, we practice on a certain day, you have to give us your best when you play, and you have to be at the meetings when we have them.
Yes.
Is that reasonable?
Yeah.
That's reasonable. Okay? Now, do you think the person who says, well, I don't want to pay my monthly dues, and I don't want to come to the meetings, and so because you do that, they kick you off the team. Now you're mad because they kicked you off the team because you didn't want to do what the membership requires. Now, are they wrong? You knew what the membership requirements were.
Yeah.
And you knew you didn't have to be a member to play the bowl.
Amen.
You could have continued bowling the way you wanted to bowl.
That's right.
But you joined the membership.
Yes.
If you joined the membership, why are you complaining about the rules of membership?
Yes.
That's why here at DC City Church, you don't have to be a member of DC City Church. You don't have to come down, be a member, go through the membership class. You don't have to do that. If you like coming to DC City Church and you like just hanging out and you like the word and you like, we love to have you. Keep coming.
Yes.
Amen. We love to have you. You ain't got, listen, there ain't no pressure here for you to join DC City Church. You just come on, keep loving the word as much as you want. If you want to do something, you want to help out from time to time, no problem. Just tell somebody you want to help out. It's no big deal. We'll plug you right in and help you out. You do not have to be a member of DC City Church in order to enjoy the benefits of this ministry.
Amen.
I like that.
However, if you choose to join the membership of this church, there are going to be some things that's going to be required.
Yes, that's right.
Okay? See, if you don't ever want to be a part of leadership and you don't ever want to be a part of all of it, then you ain't never got to join. But guess what? You're never going to be a part of leadership if you don't join.
Amen.
Okay? If you're cool with that, we're cool with that.
I'm cool.
Okay? Just be cool. Huh? Now, Miss Betty been here for 4 or 5 years. Right? 4 or 5 years. Miss Betty not a membership. Her membership is in South Carolina? In Alabama. Her membership in Alabama. And Miss Betty probably here more than some of y'all. Okay? And she here, and she gives, and she hosts things for the church. She does outreach, and we support. What? Have you ever been pressured to join?
No.
There's no pressure. There's no pressure.